On the Entrepreneur this week,
we are in a world of automation. I remember dismantling my dad's machine. So I got caught once and I was taken to a computer school. From there, I just started doing computer-related stuff. My second year of uni, I started working at IBM in the US.
And on the second part,
one of the biggest challenges in the hustler's economy is capital. I was my own internship. I learn, I fail, I learn, I fail. So I had to find a way of still doing interior design while I'm still sustaining myself.
art has the power to transform, to illuminate, to educate, inspire, and motivate. It is brewed from passion and talent, and it is not a soul seeker, but more a natural inhabitant in individuals who look to express themselves in a more creative way. Interior design can simply be described as art that is creatively applied. It was first used in America in the 1990s. Most decorators at the time had no academic credentials, but the best of them had a combination of good taste, common sense, and the natural talent to interpret and address the issues such as scale and proportion. In 1913, Elsie de Wolfe published the first interior design book, The House in Good Taste, and over the years, interior design has been adopted internationally. Kenyan entrepreneurs have not been left behind. Dan Sean Mugambi, a resident of Mombasa County, is one such entrepreneur that has transformed his love for paint art into interior design.
It began as a t-shirt industry. For me, there was the interior design part, but however, I did not have education. And this is an industry whereby you cannot just be given work just like that. So I had to find a way of still doing interior design while I'm still sustaining myself. So I still continue doing t-shirts and while I'm getting knowledge to do with interior design. So later, around 2012, 2013, 2012 I registered the company, Donkey's Arts and Creations Limited. By the time, let me say, it started making business sense around 2016, 2015.
Challenges are inevitable. However, how you choose to overcome them is what matters. Dan Sean had his own share of struggles, including lack of internship at the start, but that only strengthened his resolve instead of discouraging it.
I was my own internship. I learn, I fail, I learn, I fail, I make mistakes, I start again, I fail. As in, I have failed, I can tell you, many people actually look at me and say, hey, I want to be like Dan, I don't play. But honestly, I've failed like a million times. I don't remember the times that I have triumphed with more than a month. You get a triumph today, then the next time you're just down, things are happening. And then, by the time I say business sense, I don't mean the entire profits, not making profits per se. Maybe sometimes ends meet, sometimes you make losses, but at least there's money in the system to keep you running. But in terms of profits, in terms of profits, we just we can't say the actual time that it started because we were just hand to mouth.
Although Donkey's Art Limited was initiated in 2007, it was only in 2012 that it grew into a fully fledged business. Dan Sean has borrowed a leaf of Carol Bryant's quote, "Don't bite off more than you can chew," in an effort of creating, sustaining, and maintaining the levels of satisfaction of his clients.
I don't swallow, I don't bite too much. Because I like taking a scope of work that I can handle. I don't like being everywhere. So when I can come to a certain project, I do it well, move to the other. Even if I'm handling, maybe the most I can do is a certain number per certain given period. Then it leaves a lot of people happy. There's no one who felt there's some hours I didn't give them, or maybe I concentrated on another side, I didn't come to their sites and all that. So when you leave people happy, then what happens is a very positive feedback, and then the network grows.
30-year-old Dan Sean studied for an online course at the Interior Design Institute of Australia. People often forget that it is your own choice on how you want to spend the rest of your life, and when Dan Sean is asked whether he would consider employment as an option.
When I cleared high school, back in 2006, there's one of my cousins that I approached. She was doing very well in the banking industry. So I told her to look for a job for me. And then she told me, Mugambi, you know, you have not gone to school. And the kind of jobs you'll get in our place is maybe sweeping and, yeah, small jobs there. So do you want to become a sweeper? And you know, when you get into that industry, I don't think you'll become, the best thing you can become is maybe a watchman or a cleaner. Do you want to go that direction? So she made me think differently. She told me, she gave me 2,500 shillings. So when she told me to come up with something that she can invest in, then at least I can get something out of it. So I came up with a budget of 2,500, which for me it was too much to ask. She gave it to me. She told me, so I was to buy paints, buy screens, buy t-shirts, buy what, start printing and selling. She was my first client. I actually sold to her. She gave me the money for free, but I sold to her the t-shirt, and she bought, by the way.
Procrastination is a virus that kills many business ideas, and if you're looking to get into one, then you ought to start where you are. Use what you have to do what you can. Danshawn emphasizes on hard work and disregards location as a limiting factor of growth for any kind of business. Danki's Art Limited currently has 3 permanent employees, 1 intern, 1 incubatee, and 1 part-time employee. Robin Sharma describes growth which facilitates change as hard at first, messy in the middle, but beautiful and worthwhile in the end. Danshawn credits his journey into the interior design industry as a gem that has seen him grow to be credible amongst his clients.
Things are changing, new trends are coming. The devolution is helping because actually we're having people brought into the Mombasa economy that at least want good things happening. We have restaurants coming up. We have people investing over right, left, and center. So it's opening. It's not the best. It's not the best, but it's opening. I'd say Mombasa has its own challenges, and especially for small businesses like us. We still struggle with things like advertisement. Advertisement is so expensive around here. It's so expensive, just expensive. You cannot even afford to do a board just out there. It's just crazily expensive. Things like the county licenses keep on changing. I would say there is no clear mechanism of coming up with these things, especially to factor in people who are just startups or either youths that are in business.
Prices at the company are dependent on the client's brief. This is usually implemented in conjunction with the client. Identifying what methodologies of marketing works for us as a business is very crucial, and for Danki's Art Limited, their unique selling point is providing a stellar service for their clients. Mentorship is key when it comes to growing a successful business, and though Danshawn was not privileged to undergo such, he is seeking to be an element of change and apply the proverb, if you light a lamp for someone, it will also brighten your path.
I had to know the hard way. Sometimes you get into a site, a client asks you something, you have no idea, and you're confidently says yes. Then later you come and research to know what it is. But when now I know, why can't I show someone else so that they don't go through the same things I went through? Why can't we? Because you see, we're trying to build the economy, and this is the impact I can give. And the biggest way I can give my impact is actually acknowledging that people still struggle with the same things I used to struggle with. That's number one. Number two, once I've acknowledged. Number two, then what is the action? The action for me is to show people the way. Let people become better than me. That is my desire. I've mentored people who have grown bigger than me. That is my desire. Because then tomorrow when tomorrow when guys are burying me, they're not burying me with what I have. They're burying me with what I left.
Out of the many words that reflect in the dictionary, the one that stands out for Danshawn when it comes to describing his business, Danki's Art, is
amazing. The future is amazing. I can tell you 100-folds. We were not here last year at a time like this. For sure, by the way. We were not here. We were nowhere near here. And the growth you received within the past 3-4 months or 6 months or 1 year, it's just amazing. If I use the same milestone record, and I keep on keeping on, knowing that the business will still be coming or will be opening, whether there are challenges or not. For me, I can tell you for sure, wherever we are heading, there is nothing that will, even if it's a system, even if it's the government or the county government does not give a conducive environment for us to grow, we will grow. We will grow. People who stay places like Baghdad where bombs are coming up every day. They are still there. They have not moved to Kenya. They are still in Baghdad. So for me, despite of any challenge, I will find a way. When a tree grows and it finds a rock, it finds a way out. That's one of the spirits I usually have, and it will reign forever.
We often do not term business or life at large as hard, and if you are in that boat, then Dan Sean has a word for you.
For me, doing business, it has given me liberty. It has given me liberty to earn what I want. Earning what I want does not mean I'm earning what I want now, but I'll be earning what I want as we go. So business gives you that liberty of deciding your own salary, deciding your own schedule, deciding your own path. You do not have people to tell you, do this, do this, do that, do that. But also business wants someone with discipline, someone with, you cannot run your own business and then you're never there. You cannot just give orders and then you disappear. It's like a baby. You need to be there, hold the hand as they're walking, show them how to eat, should take them to school, take them to hospital, from hospital take them to, let them go to high school, then when they get married, then you say, man, I'm there. One of my biggest slogans I've had, and I will still have is work hard and let's meet at the top.
Don't go away. The Entrepreneur will be right back.